Hey, what's going on, VRA's fans? It is your commentator for the VRA Mario's Hard Espresso Series X, Wimdy here, and welcome back! Man, it feels great. Welcome back to the pre-race show. Obviously hosted by me, Mr. X Wimdy. Greatest commentator alive, always will be. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Starting off, what do we need to talk about today? Well, obviously, you know, it's the pre-race show. I mean, obviously, there's got to be some pre-race incentive for it. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with what track we're going to, obviously. We're going to start with that. Yeah. So we're going to look at the schedule. We're obviously going to talk about everything today since brand new season. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we've got right now, tomorrow, the 8th of June. We're going to Daytona. I mean, Daytona 500. I mean, it won't be 500 laps. It won't be 250. It might be 100, 120. We'll see. Probably won't be that, but we'll figure it out. We'll obviously talk about, who's leading right now as far as going into the race and whatnot. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But for right now, we're just going to go over the schedule for everybody that's new, and we're going to, show everybody what to kind of expect for the season. So obviously the 8th is tomorrow. That's Daytona. The following week, the 15th would be Eagle Rock. 22nd is Indy. The 29th of June would be Sunset Peninsula. The 13th of July, so we'd have a week break in between, would be Miami. And then back to week after week would be the 20th of July, which is Daytona. 27th is Sunset again. 3rd of August, back to Miami. 10th is Indianapolis. The 17th is Daytona. 24th, season finale, will not be at Miami this year. Will be at Eagle Rock. Definitely going to be one of the tougher championship races that we are going to have. Obviously, we've had a lot of different winners, especially over last season, which we're going to get into right now. Who did we have last year making a return that has a shot to win the championship this year? Well, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to go through the number order. We're going to start with we're going to start with our runner-up, Mr. Rick. We had season 2 stats up here. He's had started in every race, 1 win that was at Sunset. 4 top 5s, 7 top 10s, average finish of 6.3, second in average finish, which is really good for him. He's going to need that going into this season. Points finish, obviously, second was the runner-up. Definitely has a big turnaround from, obviously, the first season. Was able to, kind of recoup some points going into the latter half of the season. Obviously, with the win at Sunset last season, being able to, get some extra points there. And the average finish, obviously, he's got 4 top 5s, 7 top 10s. I believe the only time that he finished out of the top 10 was at Hakone. And then I believe also at a Daytona race. I'm unsure of that. But obviously, the average finish of 6.3 did help a lot for his, championship run last season. Definitely starting all the races helps a lot also. With us increasing the schedule this year to 11 races over a 12-week schedule, it will, matter a lot more if you show up or not. But that's Rick's stats. We're going to move on. Let's move to 3rd place standing, Canes. Obviously, the 9 starts, started every race. 1 win, that was the season opener at Daytona. I loved going back over these videos of everybody's, wins and whatnot. 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s. Average finish is 7.8. Not the worst, not the best. He's just about in the middle. But 7.8 is in the better of that middle. And then points finish, obviously, third. Does he have a shot to win a race this year? Yes. We are running Daytona. He obviously won the season opener. Definitely has a shot to win another race this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does, not only for Daytona, but also Miami. Had a good running at Miami at the end of the season. Last time he ran Daytona, he had no tune on. Well, I'll rephrase that. He had a qualifying tune on instead of a actual race tune. So obviously not where he wanted to be in, but got super lucky at the end. Had a lot of wrecks at the end, and Keynes was able to finish, I believe, in the top 10. So it was a great finish for him to be able to get that. Do I think he'll win a race this season? Absolutely. Same with Rick. I think Rick will definitely take a win this season. Moving on. Let's talk about it. Season 2 stats for current reigning Mario's Hard Espresso Series champion, Mr. Andy. 9 starts. Obviously, that helped a lot. 1 win. 6 top 5s. 7 top 10s. Best average finish of 5.9. First in points. There's nothing to say. He absolutely deserved to win last season. Having the 6 top 5s absolutely helped. The 7 top 10s. The only time that he finished out of the top 10 was the last Daytona race, I believe. I could be wrong about that. But the 1 win coming at Miami, the first Miami. But obviously the average finish of 5.9. Having a 66.5% chance of being in the top 5 definitely helped out a lot. Only 0.4 of an average finish ahead of Rick, and I believe that's only because Rick did not have an extra top 5. And then also the top 10s were kind of not there for Rick, but also they were still there. But definitely Andy was on top of his game last season. I fully expect him to be as well for this coming up season. The 1 win was definitely well earned. Andy is a great front runner for this season. Moving on, let's go to the previous champion, Season 1 Mario's Hard Espresso Series champion, Mr. Jumpin' in the Fire 88. Season 2 stats for him, 8 starts. The 8 was not the greatest thing on that list. 2 wins, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, average finish of 7. So better than Keynes, but worse than Rick. Obviously, the start for missing 1 start definitely helped out with that a lot. And the 4th in points finish. So the 2 wins, one being with Hakone and the other being at the season finale with Miami. The 4 top 5s definitely did help out a lot. The top 10s were 6, so a 75% top 10 rate and a 50% top 5 rate. The 2 wins obviously did help a lot, but the 1 missed start during the end of the season definitely was a big problem point for him. We're hoping to see him fully finish out the season, but definitely one of the front runners, obviously. 4th in points and won the last race of the season. Moving on to... This is the sleeper pick this season, X-Gavinator. 8 starts, obviously missed a start. 1 win, that was at the Daytona night race, the one that we had in the wet. 4 top 5s, 7 top 10s. And by the way, all those top 10s were at the end of the season. So he started with the win. He didn't start with a win. Hold on. We're going to scratch that. He started with a top 10 at Indy and then just kept getting top 10s. And then he finished off the season with a win at Daytona and then a top 10 at Miami. So not the biggest deal for him. I mean, he's already won a couple. He's gotten a couple top 5s. I mean, I'm expecting him to be up there. But definitely the sleeper pick this season. Average finish of 6.5 and 6th in points. Average finish of 6.5, just a little bit behind Rick, a little bit ahead of Jumpin'. He's still in the mix. But definitely Gavin is one of the picks for this season. And then moving on to, let's talk about some of the rookies for this season that have shown up. Not only with, being in the W Series and whatnot, but also we're going to move towards, how well they could do possibly for Marios. So let's start off with one of the top drivers this season, that being NWR Slow. We've got his profile up now. Obviously, he's not raced in Marios yet. He's had multiple wins for the W Series. I mean, he's been on fire. Definitely is the top title contender right now and will most likely be Rookie of the Year. Moving on from Slow. EMC Vision has had a lot of success recently. He won the Hakone race for the W Series. Definitely will be one of the rookies to watch out for. He's not raced Marios yet, but has gotten a lot of talk up from Slow and our resident hard tire shopper, Shoplifting. Obviously well known for a good tire strategy, but Vision definitely is one of the top contenders for Rookie of the Year this season. Moving on from Vision. Outlaw Johnny in the number 3 car. We'll go over his last season's stats. This will be his first full, but let's talk about the 2 starts he had with Marios for season 2. His 2 starts, obviously, 1 top 10, average finish of 9.5, so just about in that, average finish of 10, points finished 25th. Obviously, that did not matter with him having 2 starts, but definitely is one of the potential contenders now that he's been able to, kind of get a hold on or a hang of, some of these tunes that are coming out. And obviously having the top 10 is pretty good for him. Moving on from the rookies, let's talk about some sleeper picks this season. Let's go ahead and start with them. Skins, 9 starts, obviously started every race. 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, average finish of 10th, and then 5th in points. Obviously was able to grab a lot of the points during the last half of the season. Definitely one of the best sleeper picks to go for. If you're parlaying this season, definitely would not sleep on this man. He has proven himself time and time again to be able to, hold on to his spots, being able to climb up, being one of the co-owners of the server. Skins definitely has, seen a lot of people come and go and has proven himself time and time again that he can win a race. Will he this season? It's a very high possibility. I think Skins will definitely, be able to get up in the top 5 at least half the races. That's my prediction. Skins will at least make top 5 half of the races. That's my prediction for him. Moving from skins, let's talk about Hawk. Obviously was, let's pull up the stats here. 7 starts, so missed 2 starts out of last season. 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s. Average finish of 7th, points finish of 10th. Obviously, Hawk was, missing out on points for, the 2 races that he wasn't there for. But 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s kept him in the running for so long. And it was so sad to see him go at the beginning of the season when we went to Hakone. He did exceptionally well throughout the latter half of the season. And I really think he has a good shot to improve here. His best track that I have kept track of is Miami. That is his best, obviously qualifying pole in a few of our Miami races. But Hawk definitely has the best shot to, maintain a good average finish this season, as well as possible top 5s and possible wins this season. But Hawk is definitely one to also watch out for. Moving on from him, Mikey, MM. Points finish of 7th, 8 starts, obviously missed 1, 0 wins, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, average finish of 7.5. The 4 top 5s were very well earned. The 6 top 10s were obviously well earned as well. The 0 wins. Now, I will say there was one problem with Mikey's season last year, and that was that the Hakone race basically ended his full season with a dramatic -5 point penalty at Hakone after ruining Rick's race, and obviously ruined his season there, but was still within full contention of winning a race last season. Do I think he will this season? Most likely. I think he's got a very good shot of winning. That 48 Chevy is quick, but there's a lot of people out there that are just as quick as him. He's had a lot of good luck at Eagle Rock. He's had good luck at Daytona. He's had good luck at Miami. I think he's got a very good shot at winning any one of those races, maybe 2. I think he does have a 1-win season imminent this year to potentially lock him in for a championship spot this year. And then the last driver I would like to talk about is Mr. Vanilla. 7 starts, 1 win, 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s, average finish of 8.5, and finished 11 in points. So just above Hawk. The 1 win was at the first Indianapolis race, the second race of the season. And then missing the 2 starts obviously did not help his cause. But the 2 top 5s and the 5 top 10s definitely kept him in for a while. Was not able to stay in for as long as he would have wanted. But Vanilla definitely is a pick for this season to win a race. Will he win? It is a very high possibility. He won the last Indy race. Well, he won the first Indy race he ran for season 2. But he could win it again. He's had very good luck with Indianapolis. He's had good luck with Miami. Not the greatest luck with Daytona, such as Rick. Rick and Vanilla do not have great luck at Daytona. But definitely would love to see Vanilla get another win this season. Moving on from that, let's talk about championship predictions. From me only. You're only getting my view. Well, let's talk about this in, schedule wise. Let's bring the schedule back up. As far as the schedule, who do I think has the best shot of winning each race this season? Well, let's find out. The opener at Daytona. I do believe, coming in from last season, being able to switch up through wet weather, being on the dry side for half the race and being on wets for the other half of the race, I think Gavinator will win season opener at Daytona. Moving on to Eagle Rock. Who do I think has the best shot of winning the season opener for Eagle Rock? Well, I mean, we have a lot of great drivers there. We've had Skins get a top 5 there. We've had Slow recently in the W Series, wasn't at this recent W Series race at Eagle Rock, but in the past, he's been able to prove himself from time to time again. But my pick for Eagle Rock the 15th will be Oso Slow. I think Oso from last season definitely improved. I think Oso, if he shows up on the 15th, I think Oso will win that race. Moving to Indianapolis, the 22nd. This is a bit tricky one. I mean, we've had a lot of great drivers come in. We've had Shoplifting. We've had Rick, Vanilla. Slow has done well at this track. We've had Oso Slow do well at this track. I need to separate them to NWR and Oso. That's what we're calling them now, because they've both got slow. We're just going to call them that. Who wins the Indianapolis race? In a weird turn of events, my prediction, Shoplifting wins Indianapolis, the 22nd. That's who wins it. Going to Sunset. Obviously, there's only one guy. Well, there's two people, technically, but I think the first Sunset race will go to Rick. Not only is it his best track, but it's one he's proven himself time and time again that he is able to, keep a hold of the lead. Runner-up, I think, would be Jumpin' there at Sunset. The first Miami race, the 13th of July. We'd have a week break in between that. Who do I think wins the first Miami race? I think that, you know what? I will put Mikey. I will put Mikey at the Miami opener. Moving on from Miami, going to the second Daytona. Obviously, I picked Gavin for the first one. Do I think he'll win another one? Yeah, but I won't predict him for this one. Who do I think wins the Daytona race July 20th? I will predict that Canes wins the July 20th Daytona. 27th at Sunset. Now, here's where it gets tricky. I mean, obviously, Rick's proven himself. But there's somebody who has done just about the same as Rick at this track, and that's Jumpin'. I will predict Jumpin' wins Sunset on the 27th. Now, moving into August, this is playoff territory. The 3rd, going into Miami. I predict that Andy wins this race. Andy wins the 3rd of Miami. Moving on to the 10th at Indianapolis. Now, I predicted Shoplifting to win the first one. Will he win the second one? It could happen. It could happen. We could have a lot of weird stuff happen this season. But for this one, I will predict that NWR Slow wins this Indianapolis. And then moving into the second to last week, the final Daytona. Who wins this Daytona? I will predict that Skins pulls this out in that 12 car. I predict Skins wins a race this season at Daytona. And finally, moving on to the season finale, we're going to Eagle Rock. We had it at Miami last season. Who do I think has a shot of winning it this season? Well, obviously, Andy's won it in the past. Jumpin's won it in the past. Rick's gotten close. Canes has gotten close. Skins has gotten close. But who wins this? Well, it's all going to come down to, who has good points, who stays in the top 5, who has good top 10s. Gavin has good top 10 potential, good top 5 potential. Skins has really good top 10 potential. Rick as well. Anybody that was in the top 10 last season in points has a really good top 10 average finish. But who wins it? Who wins Eagle Rock? Well, it may not matter who wins it. We might have a steamroll by the end of the season. But who wins this race? I'll say it right now. I think NWR Slow wins Eagle Rock as the season finale. I think NWR Slow wins the season finale race. The race. I think he wins 2. I think everybody that is a contender this season at least wins 1. And there's a lot of contenders this season. But, moving from that, who wins the championship this season? That's what everybody wants to know. Who wins the title this season? Well, there's a lot of good people to win it this season. I mean, obviously, potential Rookie of the Year candidate. We've got NWR Slow. We've got Oso Slow. We've got Canes. We've got Rick. We've got Mikey, Gavin, Skins, Andy, Jumpin'. There's a lot of people. Who wins it? I will say this. I think that it will not be. I do not believe it will be NWR Slow who wins this season. I will predict. I will go out on a limb. I will say the Rictator, the real Rick, will win the Mario's Hard Espresso Series Season 3. That is my prediction. You're not gonna be moving me to one side. Obviously Andy won at the last race in the season. Jumpin' had a big lead, at the beginning of season 1. I think Rick, with how he did last season, I think that he has proven himself to be able to get a championship this season. I will predict, you can put it in bold, Rick wins Season 3 of Mario's Hard Espresso Series. That's my prediction. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's the predictions. That's the schedule. That's my picks. That's the overview. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people to go over. There's a lot of people we didn't talk about that we might see later in the season. We'll just have to wait. Nobody knows how anybody's going to do. We only know on Sundays. That's the only time we know who does well and who doesn't, is on a Sunday. But yeah, this is the longest pre-race show we're going to do this whole season because, I mean, obviously it's the first one of the season. I mean, it's been forever since I've said that, but obviously a lot to look forward to, a lot to, go over with people. A lot of commentating to do for myself and Mr. Keitha Jones. Might have some other people join us as well. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, jeez. But, yeah, it's going to be a great season, and I can't wait to see what happens. So, what does this entail? Like, what are we going to conclude with? Well, I mean, there's only one way to conclude it. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I have to check that. I think that's wrong. W Series. No, wrong thing. Yeah. All right, so refresh. Mario's Hard Espresso Series starts tomorrow, Sunday, June 8th, 2025, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Vascar VRA Twitch channel and also the Wimdy Twitch channel as well. I'll be having my POV up, and then I will obviously be commentating over the Vascar Twitch as well. But yeah, hope to see you all out there. And it's going to be a great season, and I cannot wait to share the great moments with y'all at the end of the season. Thank you all. It's been a pleasure. This has been the VRA pre-race show brought to you by me, Wimdy. And we will see y'all 8:30 Eastern, Fastcar VRA Twitch. Yeah, Daytona is going to be a great one. We'll see y'all there. Take care.